Hello, everyone. I'm Randy Winter, Sports Director of KTTC Television. Welcome to this opening round of the State Boys Basketball Tournament, Class A action between the Winona Cotter Ramblers and the Sanborn Panthers. And alongside of me here is Jim Sibley, a veteran radio broadcaster from Rochester. Jim, we've got a good game between the Cotter Ramblers and Sanborn Panthers. What do you expect from the game?
What I expect is physically opposites, not only in the style of ball they play, but also in their mental attitude toward this ball game. The Cotter Ramblers of John Nett, they've, heaven knows, made their appearance here in the state tournament hardwoods enough times. Normally a calm club, work it around, slow it down. The Sanborn Panthers of Coach Len Keck have come out of a very tough region this year, Region 3, unusually strong. They played a lot of tall teams, and the way they narrow those tall teams down to size, Randy, is they play a full-court zone press the whole ball game. Then when they fall back into their set defense, they fall into a zone and try to deny any passes inside. You have two great centers, Barry Coors of Sanborn, just 6'2", and Jim Glowacki at 6'5" of Cotter needs no introduction. Should either of those kids get in foul trouble, for heaven's sake, it could be lights out.
It could be, very, very much so. Coors leading the whole state tournament field with 20.5 points per game average going into this game. So if he does get in foul trouble, it could be a big boost for the Cotter Ramblers.
One thing going for Sanborn, they are the tournament darling. They've got only 84 kids in the school, and so they'll have any of the neutral fans leaning their way.
Certainly will. And we'll be back with a interview with the head coach of the Cotter Ramblers. That's John Nett in just a moment. This is a Television 10 Sports Special. This opening round of the Minnesota State High School Boys Basketball Tournament is made possible in part by Watkins Incorporated, giving you quality products since 1868. Zach's on the Tracks, Winona's historic freight house restaurant on the river. And the Courier, official Catholic newspaper of the Diocese of Winona.
It's anniversary time at Tom's Pontiac in Rochester. Everywhere you look, in a new car showroom or on the lot, there are bargains galore. Fieros to STE, Bonnevilles to Hondas, all priced to sell. And with the purchase of any one of our nearly 300 used cars or Pontiacs in stock, you will receive a zero-coupon, tax-free bond worth $5,000 at maturity. It's our way of saying thanks for investing your car dollars with us for the last 5 years. At Tom's Redealing Excitement, redealing Pontiac.
I'm here with John Nett, the coach of the Winona Cotter Ramblers. And John, your boys are going up against Sanborn, a tough team. Do you know much about Sanborn, how they play, what type of defense and offense they'll be running?
Well, we know that they're very quick, and we know that they shoot real well, and they're very aggressive. They like to run, so they're going to give us a good test in all aspects of the game.
Do you expect them to be as tough as some of the opponents like Southland and Houston that you faced in Region 1?
Well, I think there's a different toughness there. They're not as big, and maybe they're a little quicker, and they'll probably throw some different defenses at us. So every game is tough and difficult because of different people we play.
Okay. You've got one guy on their team who is leading the Class A tournament as far as scoring per game with about 20 points per game. Their center. How do you hope to kind of shut him down? What do you want to try and do?
Well, you know, we're basically man-to-man, and we start out playing assigning people to various people, and we expect we're going to put Jim Glowacki on him and hope that Jim does a good job. And if he doesn't, we'll have to switch to someone else. But if we can hold the other people down, he can get his 20 points, and we still win.
Okay. As far as your record itself, you are the winningest coach in Minnesota. It doesn't matter what sport it is. You're the winningest coach, and here you are again with another state tournament team. What do you do to get the winners?
Well, you have to have good kids first, and kids that want to learn, and we've been very, very lucky in that respect. All our youngsters are eager to play, and of course, from past experiences, they've seen these kids come to the state tournament, and they want to come, so we got a little better hold on them in that respect. But we demand, I think I demand a lot of things from these youngsters. We try to teach them the fundamentals and tell them we want to be simple and we want to be good. And we try not to tolerate mistakes and cut down the mistakes. And in that way, I think maybe that's where a lot of our success comes.
Okay. It seems like the record that you have with the 4 losses is a little bit misleading because 3 of those schools were AA schools, and the other one, Lake City, was just a 6-point victory over you. Do you think your record at 19-4 is a little bit misleading?
Well, you know, it's a true record because those teams, we played poorly in a couple of those games, and that's really a sign of our inconsistency all season long. And they were good. It was good competition, and we want to play the good competition. And by playing the good competition, we feel we learn and we get better. And unfortunately, we lost, but hopefully we learn from those losses.
Okay. You touched just a moment on the inconsistency of this ball club. I would suspect that may be one reason why you've been a little bit more animated in some of your games this season. Usually you tend to sit back and let the kids go, but this season you've been off the bench, a little bit and talking to your kids and so on. Is that one of the things that might be a problem, a downfall with this team?
Well, I think that's part of it. The inconsistency, I guess I tell the kids we don't want to make the same mistake over and over again. And when they start making similar mistakes time after time, then I get a little upset. Perhaps a little bit more so. Sometimes we forget that they're 17, 18 years old, and we demand sometimes things from them, or we expect them to be a little bit more mature without realizing that they are youngsters yet.
Okay. Very good, John. You'll be looking for a win here against Sanborn, huh?
I hope so.
Okay, great. This is Randy Winter along with John Nett, and we will be back with an interview with Chuck Williams, veteran radio broadcaster from Winona, with Jim Sibley in just a moment.
This St. Mary's, and I've been watching him ever since.
I know in talking to you before ball games, you can almost tell me how he thinks by now, can't you?
Well, he sometimes accuses me of that, of telling me that, hey, what lineup am I using tonight? But I have never tried to do that for him, I'll tell you.
And a couple of word associations real quick. When you think of John Nett, discipline.
Discipline, very definitely, offensively and defensively. That's the key word for him and for his teams.
And we notice him a little more active on the bench this year than usual.
Well, I told you earlier, Jim, and I think it's probably true, and maybe John would agree with me, too, that for both of us, that comes with age.
Chuck, they always say the greater they are, the nicer, and you're certainly one. Thank you, partner.
Well, thank you, Jim.
Chuck Williams of the Cotter Broadcasting Station, KWNO Winona, and we'll get back with the lineups. Right now, it's KTTC Sports Special.
This opening round of the Minnesota State High School Boys Basketball Tournament is made possible in part by Watkins Incorporated, giving you quality products since 1868. Zach's on the Tracks, Winona's historic freight house restaurant on the river. And the Courier, official Catholic newspaper of the Diocese of Winona.
You know, in the last 52 years, my family's worked to build a reputation of service and trust, and we've gained a good many friends and customers along the way. In that time, many of you have done business with us, and the growth of those relationships has been substantial. Today, I want you to know that I'm committed to serve you with the full package of total personalized service, absolute trust, and low pricing. Now, if that's for you, I think you'll like doing business with us. Walls Buick Olds GMC, Winona.
St. Paul Civic Center. Cotter Ramblers, of course, they prefer to run into a man-to-man defense because the Ramblers game is the shuffle offense. A lot of movement, pick, set, and so on. Very difficult to run that offense against the zone. They run a little different offense against the zone, what they call a wheel, and try to overload one side. We expect to see Sanborn using a zone and a full-court press. We'll see. The big man for them is Barry Corr, 6'2 junior, 20.3. Glowacki averaging 12 for Cotter in a balanced attack. He also in double figures in rebounds. They'll jump. Cotter in the gray and Sanborn in the blue. Tip controlled by the Ramblers. Paskowitz. This is Malley. High post to Paskowitz. Right side to Galkowski in the lane. And what do we got? Ball slipped away by the Panthers, and here they come. Panthers with a guard combination of Arnold and Boyle. They'll play catch out front. Almost traveled, did Arnold. Worked the left side with it. Is Bellig in the lane now. Look out, there's Course. A brick way too hard. Big rebound for Galkowski.
A good chance for the Ramblers to bring the ball back up court and hopefully score to make up for that turnover there in the first drive for the Ramblers.
Here's Hiley moving it left side. Now it comes back out to Galkowski. Look out, he's deadly there. 16-footer off the iron. Big rebound up there short. Rebound again. Hiley stuffed right down his throat by this Course. He's a football player and a dandy, and just a junior. No score, 7 minutes to go for a stanza. Cotter and Sanborn. St. Anthony won the opener, 51-39 over Warren. Here's the pass in the lane. Look out, Coors wheels around, puts it up, no good. But exactly what John Nett doesn't want, his big pivot man, Jim Glowacki, picking up a foul. that would be to John Nett worst case, having Glowacki get in foul trouble. Panthers.
Glowacki, the big man on the team for the Ramblers. And it's a turnover.
And now the Panthers throw it away. Here's Golkowski, the G-men, Golkowski and Glowacki, the outside-inside combination for the Ramblers. High post, Glowacki works in, and what do we got? Foul on the Panthers.
The G-men both with 12 points per game average, so that's a good part of the scoring attack for the Ramblers.
Now Kors picks up a foul for the Panthers, so the key man for both clubs has a foul as Lee bounces low to Paskowitz, out to the high post, Glowacki. Nice move, goes outside. Beautiful movement by the Ramblers, way up and in. Great move by Paskowitz down there.
And that puts the Ramblers out in front, 2-0 at 6:12 of the first quarter. Ramblers scoring first in the game.
So the Ramblers lead it as they finally break the ice. Here's a lob pass down low, backdoor play, wide open. Somebody goofed there as Eric Arnold lays it in. Little short jump shot. Eric Arnold hitting, and it's knotted at 2 apiece. And the Panthers press all over the court. This is Malley. Boy, has he improved during the season. High post, Paskowitz. Left side, Lee, open. 17-footer, short on the iron. He usually buries that shot. And here come the Panthers. Go down the lane. And what do we got?
We got a double dribble.
Broken dribble on the Panthers.
So the Ramblers get the ball back and one more chance. And it looks like Sanborn is going to press them some more. Keep pressure on that ball.
The Panthers full court zone press. And let's see, as they come to the front court, they like to mix it up in their set defense once they're back in the half court. They're in a zone right now, as you see. And the ball low to Glowacki. They want him, and he's called for hoofing it.
Not a good move at score 2-2 at 5:17 left to go in the first quarter.
Cotter, as always, except for one minor exception against Southland the other night, when they started out in a zone because they didn't figure they could match up forward. Here's a pass in the lane up there, shot grabbed by Kors. It's 4-2 favor of the Panthers from Sanborn. And this is Paskowitz outside to Glowacki. Panthers in that 2-1-2 zone. Work the right side, Hiley lobs low to Glowacki, wheels around, stolen away. Panthers thus far bothering the Ramblers.
They certainly are.
Club. They're not big, but they are super quick. Here's Kors at the high post. And could have been traveling there. Shot 17-footer short on the rim by Arnold. Shot no good. Big rebound, Glowacki. As the year has gone along, John Nett told me that he has not only matured physically, but mentally. He's always there for the key rebounds, the way John put it, in the late going of the season. Here's Malley. High post, Glowacki starts his move. 17-foot air ball, but foul on Kors, and that's 2. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see.
Yeah, 2 on Kors,
okay,
51.
They have a 51 Kors and a 41 Bellig that look somewhat alike from this place up where the pigeons roam, up here high above the beautiful St. Paul Civic Center. 4:11 to go here in the second period as Glowacki goes to the stripe. Free throw good. Jim averaging 12.
And he's got a chance to tie the game up here at 4 apiece if he hits this one.
Glowacki loves to drive inside. He has some good inside moves. At times he's had charging fouls because of it, but he draws a lot of fouls because of it as well, as he cans a pair. And we're knotted at 4 apiece with 4:08 to go first period. Jim Sibley along with Randy Winters here at the Mets, or at the St. Paul Civic Center. Inside corners, no banker, yes.
Little turnaround shot, and it was up and good.
Here's Hiley for Cotter. Beautiful pass. Glowacki lay it up and good. Cotter actually operates with a 3-guard offense. Hiley more like a guard, and that's a great advantage. He feeds the hole beautifully.
And the Ramblers just stole the ball.
Here's Paskowitz coming down. He's to the lane, and we'll go outside. Hiley and High working into the lane. Back now to Golkowski, 18-footer, yes.
And that puts the Ramblers back out on top, 8-6 with 3:20 to go in the first quarter.
Golkowski, your designated zone wrecker. If he can hit a few from the outside, that zone's going to have to venture out further than they want to. Holding it outside for the Panthers is Boyle. Now they're throwing away.
Glowacki with the hand on the ball. I think he was the one that knocked that out of bounds.
3:06 to go, first period, 8-6 Cotter. Panthers' constant ragging type of defense has bothered the Ramblers into some turnovers. Paskowitz, in a hurry, throws it away.
And there's a turnover right there.
We had earphones on him. And back this way come the Panthers with Arnold, and he throws it away. It'll come all the way down. Golkowski one-on-one, and there, now he makes his move, goes all the way and blows it. Big rebound again, Kors. And he'll get it back on down. Work the outside, and stop down, firing it up there nicely, and burying it is Scott Potas. We're knotted at 8 apiece. Winner plays St. Anthony in the semifinals. Down comes Paskowitz, too hard on the bank, but he steals the rebound. Glowacki is clobbered, and that might be Kors.
That's, no, it's 33, I believe. Number 33 with the foul. That's Scott Potas.
Okay, Potas.
Also for 33, Scott Potas, first personal. That's the third team foul on Sanborn.
That puts Glowacki to the line. He's already hit 2 free throws. He's got 4 points for the Ramblers.
Jim on the way, swish. It was interesting to note the Ramblers normally deadly at the stripe most years. The other night when they got the big lead against Southam, they missed 6 free throws.
And put
1-1.
Put a bit of a scare there in Coach John Nett.
But boom, here, you can bet the Ramblers have been probably practicing free throws since Friday night after the game.
I'll bet they have been, yeah.
10-8 Cotter as the Ramblers with Glowacki on course. He tries to go down low, and it's picked off nicely by Hiley. Cotter sometimes when they will sneak into a man-to-man, rather a matchup zone, it looks the same as their man-to-man because their man-to-man is a real sagging, helping out type of defense. Glowacki way out of the pivot.
They're going to take it back out and try to set her up again.
10-8 Cotter. Sanborn full court press and then falling back into that zone. Here's Golkowski, the zone wrecker. Boom! Mr. Outside of the G-men combination.
Certainly, that puts the Ramblers up 12-8. Cotter Ramblers up 12-8 with 1:28 to go.
Here's Kors, might pick up a challenge here, and he does. How about the bucket? No bucket? And that's 3 on Kors.
Keeps
and
the score at 12-8
on the Panthers, and of course that is a horrible blow to Sanborn. I think they want a timeout. On the floor, it's 12-8 Cotter, but that doesn't tell half the story. The man who's averaging 20 points a game for Sanborn has to go to the Pines till the second half. So for the Cotter Ramblers, relentlessly, they seem to figure out a way to get control of the ball game, and they've done it right here as of now, as we have 1:26 to go here in the first period.
Certainly not a good position for Barry Kors with 3 fouls. He's been averaging 20.3 points per game and 12 rebounds per game, and the next person to come in for them would probably be Mike Berg, who goes between the forward and center slot, and Berg is number 43, and he might have to come in for Kors here in the second quarter. They don't want him to get that 4th foul. That would really be dangerous for them.
For Cotter, of course, the thing that gladdens the heart of John Nett is Golkowski hitting a couple of outside shots. Once you make a zone extend itself to where they can't pack it in, it's very difficult to feed your inside people normally, but once they have to extend a little bit, there's seams in the zone and they can get the ball easier to Glowacki, which they're starting to do right now.
Okay. The Ramblers now with the ball bringing up court.
This is Golkowski to Hiley, 17-footer short on the rim. Big rebound, Glowacki. Reverse layup, no, but he's fouled. And that's 1-1, or a shooting foul, we'll see.
I'm trying to pick up the number of the player. I believe it's number 33. That'd be Scott Potas. Yes, it is. That's his 2nd foul.
And, of course, Sanborn came in advertised as a 6-man ball club, 5 starters and then 1 man coming in normally off the Pines. Free throw is
Glowacki,
good. Rolling over the rim.
He's 5 for 5 from the free throw line, doing a great job.
Jim was one of the ones who missed a couple of 1-and-1s the other night and heard about it, I'm sure.
I'm certainly he did.
Barry's that one as well.
That puts the Ramblers up 14-8 with 1:12 to go in the first quarter. 14-8 the score. The Ramblers on top, and the Panthers bringing the ball down court.
This is Arnold from the outside, 5'10" junior. Come to Sam Bellig. Bellig to the lane, no place to go. Cotter, and that suffocating man-to-man. That's working down. Little shot off the rim. Nice rebound by Paskowitz. And boy, did he do a job of rebounding in the regional tournament. He was there in the district and the regional. Killed Rochester Lourdes with the offensive board. Glowacki, he doesn't miss that one very often, but out it goes. Golkowski right there.
And the ball back to the Cotter Ramblers. with 39
Golkowski
seconds on the
everywhere
clock.
here, it seems, in the first quarter, as Hai Lee works to Glowacki. They move the ball nicely. Glowacki, boom! 6 for Glowacki, 6 for Golkowski. The G-Man Corporation is in business, ladies and gentlemen. It's 16-8 Cotter. We have 22 seconds, time to go. First stanza, as a firing one up from long range and burying it. This, the little fella, Arnold, he's got 4. 16-10 Ramblers. They'll have time for the last one. Here's Golkowski, Hai Lee, lobbing nicely to Glowacki. Heavy traffic, 12-footer, yes!
I think they're going to start taking it inside to Glowacki because of that foul situation.
At the quarter, Winona Cotter 18, the Sanborn Panthers 10. This is a Channel 10 sports special.
If a cold draft attacks the back of your neck, it's probably from one of your drafty-o windows, right? And even if you protect yourself from that drafty-o window, you know what's going to hit you next. A big fuel bill is going to hit you in your wallet. Well, suffer no more, friend. I'm Dick Van Patten, and I'm here to solve your problem. This is a thermal guard window, and drafts can't get through it or around it. No way. But you can open it to clean it from the inside. How about that? But the big reason it's America's #1 insulated replacement window is its insulation. Look, multiple panes of glass trap air in between them. It saves so much energy it pays for itself. A house full of thermal guard windows will cut your energy use 25% the first year, or your thermal guard dealer pays you the difference, and you get that in writing. See why Thermal Guard is featured in the energy-saving house at the World's Fair. America's #1 dealer is J.J. Grundy, the most trusted name in replacement windows.
This opening round of the Minnesota State High School Boys Basketball Tournament is made possible in part by Watkins Incorporated, giving you quality products since 1868. Zack's on the Tracks, Winona's historic freight house restaurant on the river. And The Courier, official Catholic newspaper of the Diocese of Winona. With second quarter action now, the Cotter Ramblers ahead of the Sanborn Panthers 18-10 with 8 minutes to go in the first half. Jim Sibley and Randy Winter here with the opening tip-off of the second quarter. Cotter Ramblers control.
With Coors out of there, they lose a lot of height, and Bellig is out jump easily. Ramblers have it, and it's Malley working outside. And as we mentioned earlier, boy, has Mike ever improved in the floor generalship area. Cool as a cucumber, almost looks like Glowacki or Golkowski's twin, rather, except shorter. Here's Wolf in there. Jeff Wolf long, and here come the Panthers. 18-10 Cotter, and the Panthers' #1 gun, their center Barry Coors on the pines with 3 fouls. Ramblers 25 for boom! Holy smoke! Burying that one from the rafters is Sam Bellig. But of course, for Cotter, that's fine with them. Let them shoot them from out there. And a sagging man-to-man, you'll concede those type of shots. Here's Golkowski, high post Glowacki. The G-men have been brilliant. Here's the Glowacki, turn around, 14-footer, yes. Jim Golkowski with 8. And the Cotter Ramblers lead at 20-12 as the Panthers, again, a wild shot from the outside. And right now, Randy, really the Ramblers have this one in control.
They certainly do. They are controlling the boards on both the offense and defensive ends, and I think that fact that Barry Coors is out has kind of shaken the Sanborn team,
No
with 3 fouls.
That is the worst case possible for them. Here's Wolf and a Glowacki with that little head and shoulder fake he likes, 13-foot air ball. If that's on film, he's going to be hiding his head under the chair.
Yeah.
Force that one. As the Panthers come down, and we're going to have a broken dribble, I believe, called down here on Nick Boyle. And now, wait a minute. They want to call a foul? Coach Ned up off the pines, talking something over with Glowacki. And I think what Coach Ned is telling Glowacki is go to work. Without Coors in there, you got it made underneath.
Certainly do, certainly do.
And he's been going to work already. He's got 8. And they'll head to the other end. They call the foul on Boyle. And Panthers plagued by fouls. Cotter leads at 20-12. Jeff Wolf at the stripe, 6'1" senior, averaging a couple points a game as the 6th man. Boom.
That puts the Ramblers up 21-12, and he's got the second of 2 shots here. Would put him up by 10 points if he hits this one.
Well,
with 6:25 to go.
Roll. Nope. And a nice rebound by the Panthers. Ripping that one off was Scott Potas. A lot of pressure on those rather small Panther forwards without their rugged center in the lineup. Shot too hard. Big rebound, Glowacki again. Or no, that's Paskowitz. Well, again, he has improved his rebounding rather drastically down the stretch this year, too. And how often do you hear that about Cotter kids really improving as the year goes along? It's a mark of a great coach, huh?
It certainly is. Whoa.
Whoop. And thought that one was kicked by somebody, but they say no harm, no foul, no loose ball, no nothing. Give it back to Cotter. Here comes Paskowitz. And beautiful pass, little jump hook is good by Glowacki. And give a large capital A for assist to Paskowitz. Beautiful pass.
That puts Cotter out front 23-12 at 5.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. 23-12, 11-point lead. I didn't think they were going to be that far ahead at this point.
Heartbreak for Arnold, and the Ramblers again controlling. Cotter, after being bothered early by the Sanborn up-tempo type of press and in their zone defense when they fell back, as Glowacki misses, or Golkowski misses, but rebound Glowacki, the G-men continue to operate. Glowacki with 12, Cotter 25, and the Sanborn Panthers 12. We have 5:05 to go here in the second period. And Randy, it looks for all intents and purposes as though the so-called would-be Swamis had their crystal ball in focus as they figured that the Cotter Ramblers would be heading toward the semifinals.
Certainly does look that way. The Cotter Ramblers with a big 13-point lead with a timeout here on the court with 5:05 left to go. And if they can go to halftime with a big lead, I'm sure they'll be coming out for a bear in the third quarter, looking to extend that lead and put this game right out of reach for Sanborn.
The Ramblers would take to the hardwoods tomorrow if they continue this onslaught. They would take to the hardwoods at 1:05 to do battle with St. Anthony. St. Anthony prevailing in their initial contest over Warren, 51-39. And incidentally, the AA final in the first contest over at the Williams Arena at the old barn where they had a power failure for a while. It was Bloomington. It looks like they had an offensive failure over there all the way around. Bloomington Kennedy 44 and North Branch 41. Here's Cotter with Paskowitz going all the way. Beautiful move. But what do we got? Is he going to count it? I believe he is. Did he give it to him?
I believe so.
Or did he indicate 1-1? Could anybody see? They did give it to him. All right.
Yep, they gave it to him, 27-12.
Okay.
Paskowitz
a beautiful
shooting a one-on-one here. Misses on the first one.
And a rebound foul on Paskowitz.
He shouldn't have went for that one.
Now here's High Lee back in, and Malley will get a deserved rest and gets a big pat from Coach Annette. Malley, the cool cucumber running that offense. He and Golkowski and Ramblers just so poised every year, you know. Got to reflect back to the coach.
They
and
really
the
are.
Assistants as well. Coaches O'Brien and Lisowski keep control of this outfit as well. Nice pass. Kors back in there with 3 fouls and rolls it in.
Rolls around and drops for 2 points. 27-14. Now that's their first points for the Panthers in quite a while. They haven't been hitting anything. They've been taking some long outside shots, and they haven't hit anything.
Coach Keck obviously figuring, well, what the heck. There's no use saving him for the junior prom. He fouls out. We haven't got any chance anyway if we leave him on the bench. Here's High Lee fouled on the drive, and who we got?
Sam Bellig, the first personal foul for him.
The foul-plagued Panthers underdog outfit, 84 students in the, all 4 grades or the top 3 or whatever?
I'm not sure if it's the top 3 or the top 4 grades. They're the smallest school in the state tournament this year.
The tournament darling.
But they're here, which is the important thing.
Really. But what a horrible blow to them to have Kors get 3 fouls right off the bat. Their muscle man and their inside scorer at 20 points a ball game. North Branch, the AA club that got beat today, featured the biggest player in the state tournament, a 6'10" ball player. They came out of a tough region, normally tough, Region 7. Steve Duncan, the 6'10" kid, as High Lee buries the free throw. Here is easily Cotter's most underrated ball player. People say, how can he play forward at 6 feet? Well, it's basically, as we mentioned earlier, a 3-guard offense. And with him in there, they really have great ball handling in the backcourt. As pass goes out of bounds, we've got a sub in there for Cotter as well. Number 22 in there for the Ramblers. Is who? You show him on yours? Is that Jeff Golkowski in there? Nice bank shot. I don't see it.
What number did you say?
Number 22 for Cotter, I believe.
I don't have a number 22 for Cotter.
No number 22 listed for Cotter.
Oh, that's Jeff Glowacki.
Yeah, it does look like it. Okay. Oops, we got 3 seconds on Cotter.
I did some checking, Jim. Sanborn is the smallest school, the top three grades with just 84 students enrolled.
Jeff Glowacki, 6'1½", and a junior. Not even listed on the program for some slip-up. Now we got a foul on
Golkowski, number 30.
26-16, Cotter on top, 3:44 to go here in the second period. Panthers out of the Red Rock Conference, District 10A and Region 3A, as they move it around with Nick Boyle, and he throws up a prayer that isn't answered, and then the shot is blocked as well, and big rebound for Glowacki. And to Jeff Glowacki will come down. We'll have to check that height on Glowacki as well. I think there's a typo here. As nice backhanded pass by Glowacki. And look at Coach Nett. Coach Nett does not like fancy ball handling. Keep it simple, and you have less turnovers that way.
He said that the Ramblers know the basics. They're taught the basics, and they should stick to the basics. When you get fancy, things happen. They tend to happen.
Yeah, he says when you do, there's plenty of room beside him on the bench. Okay. Oh, nice hang in the air, shake and bake type of move, but nothing doing. And Coors, they're gonna no bucket, but he's fouled by Glowacki. Jim Sibley, along with Randy Winters, Chuck Sibley, our double-duty cameraman, and our ulcer-laden engineer, Ed Searles, as we peek down from the rafters. Free throw, Coors, yes. Well, what a ball play. Him and Glowacki, it was advertised, would lock horns and go out of foul trouble, can kind of take a kid out of the game just like that.
Very quickly, Coors got 3 fouls on him, and
he's got 8, and he's operating about a point a minute.
the Ramblers up 26-18 with 2:57 left to go before the first half is over with. They're working the ball around.
And they say that Jeff Glowacki, they have him at 6 foot, as he looks a lot bigger than that. Here's Malley, work the left side to Wolf, no, but look at Glowacki. Rammer up there, no. Nice tip by Jeff Glowacki, but he's on the line, and the ball back to Sanborn.
He almost had it, but I think he put his right foot down just a little bit too quick.
I think, Randy, the Ramblers have hit their snag that they hit all year. They've been erratic. They get a lead and they kind of go into a complacency type of thing. And he buries that one. That's Eric Arnold. And Sanborn back up to within 26-20. Coach Nett with 2 timeouts to use if he desires, but he still figures he's got a 6-point lead. High post, Jeff Glowacki. Ramblers moving that ball beautifully. Like there isn't any air in it, like they can't dribble it. They just keep snapping it around. Malley wide open, 17-footer, heartbreak. And another rebound for this new kid, Mike Berg, off the bench. He's been a spark for him. 1:55 to go, first half. Cotter had a 12-point lead. Now they have just a 6-point margin as Coors rams it in.
A beautiful move inside.
For a timeout, I would think.
A beautiful move inside to Coors, and that puts Sanborn within 4 points at 26-22 with 1:35 left to go.
Coors with 10. He's operating about a point a minute. They had to sit out with 3 fouls. High lead. Sanborn in his own. They bat the ball away. And now it's stolen back and lost by Malley. Cross court, wild scramble, and Wolf has it for Cotter.
And the Ramblers will try it one more time. There's the timeout.
And the assistant O'Brien, Mike O'Brien also, and Coach Nett, timeout Cotter. 1:16 to go first half, 26-22.
Ramblers bringing the ball back up court with 1:10 left to go in the first half.
Sanborn with that 2-1-2 zone. Ramblers work the high post, Paskowitz. This is Malley, and look out, Golkowski rolls, no! But a long rebound, and there's Malley traveling.
Traveling the call, that is another big turnover as far as the Panthers are concerned. They really need these turnovers in the last minute of this first half in order to get close to within the Ramblers. They're only down by 4 points. They could make it just 2 points here if they hit.
As we go down low, I think we got a foul on High Lee underneath. as he tried to deny that pass to number 41, Sam Bellig, and will get for his efforts Bellig to the stripe and a 1-and-1 free throw. 26-22 Cotter. They had, to my book here, a 12-point lead at one time.
12-point lead at one time, and they have come back charging.
That doesn't
Missed
help
the first
the Panthers, and it'll be Cotter's ball with 47 seconds, time remaining here in the first half. Ramblers on top, 26-22. Doubtful that they would hold for one here. They got still that much, 46 seconds to go in the half.
A lot of time yet, a lot of
It's
time.
Skolkowski, he's been brilliant. To Paskowitz, open, but passed it up. And to High Lee. High to Paskowitz, working that high post. Sanborn in that 2-1-2 zone. Beautiful pass. Here's Glowacki, yes. Power of strength under there. And I think that's what Coach Nett told him during that timeout. Work the ball in, none of this fancy
Work
stuff.
the ball inside. Coors has already got 3 fouls on him.
Ramblers by 6, 8 seconds to go in the half.
And Coors has been taken out of the game again.
Arnold wants to shoot, but no place to go. And oh, no. But, now that's, Cotter did not want to foul in that spot, I don't think.
No, they didn't. No,
Nope.
they did not.
It is an aggressive foul, and so they won't totally ball him out or anything. That was Paskowitz, and that's his, what, second? Okay. Tom Paskowitz, second. And the 1-and-1 on the way. Roll, no. Cotter will get a last heave at the buzzer. Count if it goes. No. So that's the end of the first half. Cotter physically in control, but let up a little bit, as has been their want at times this campaign.
The Ramblers up 28-22 at halftime, and they'll be coming out in the third and fourth quarters, hoping to take it to the inside and get some more fouls on Barry Coors, get him out of the game. He's already got 3.
And they'll hear a few words from Coach Nett about that letdown there, too. 28-22 Cotter. This is a Channel 10 Sports Special.
Your Whirlpool dealer is featuring his Appliance Spectacular with sensational values on Whirlpool refrigerators, ranges, freezers, dishwashers, washers, dryers, microwave ovens, and trash compactors. Most available in exciting new Whirlpool colors. Toast for that feeling of warmth. Platinum for that look of elegance. See the new colors and great values at your Whirlpool dealer's Appliance Spectacular.
At Rongar's Appliance and TV, Stewartville, and Sorensen's TV and Appliance, Geneva and Albert Lee.
If you see it on MTV, you know we have it at Face the Music. We're Winona's newest and best record store with the largest selection of classical, country, jazz, and rock records and tapes in the Winona area. We also carry a complete line of concert t-shirts, jerseys, buttons, posters, along with imports, cutouts, overstocks, and all your favorite rock and roll accessories. So remember, Winona, when you think music, think Face the Music. Newly opened in the Winona Mall, Winona.
This opening round of the Minnesota State High School Boys Basketball Tournament is made possible in part by Watkins Incorporated, giving you quality products since 1868. Zack's on the Tracks, Winona's historic freight house restaurant on the river. And The Courier, official Catholic newspaper of the Diocese of Winona. Hello again, everyone. We're back with the halftime stats of the Cotter Ramblers Sanborn Panthers game. And the Cotter Ramblers are up 28-22 at this point. Jim?
Yeah, the G-men have really done it for Cotter, Randy, particularly Jim Glowacki, the center, 6 of 9 from the field, 18 points, 7 rebounds. But opening the way for him were 2 factors. Jim Golkowski, 6 points for Cotter, but he hit a couple of outside jump shots right when the Panthers were really trying to sag back on Glowacki and kind of loosen things up. The other key factor, late in the first quarter, down went Barry Coors, the Panthers' great center. He gets in foul trouble, and it destroys their inside game altogether, not only offensively, but also defensively.
It certainly does. Coors averaging 20.5 points per game and 12 rebounds per game, and that really put a strain on the Panthers. They put him in for a few minutes during the second quarter, but they had to take him back out with 3 fouls. They'll be watching him closely throughout the third and fourth quarters.
And quickly, otherwise, for Cotter, Paskowitz has 2 points, some good inside play, and 3 boards. We've got High Lee with a point, and we've also got Jeff Wolf off the point, or off the Pines rather, with a point for the Panthers of Sanborn. Barry Coors 10 points, and Eric Arnold of Sanborn has 8 points. Rebound-wise, Potas has 5 for Sanborn. So it's 28-22 at halftime here at the St. Paul Civic Center, and we'll get rolling with the second half. This is a Channel 10 Sports Special.
There's something very special about the taste of 7-Up that's unlike any other soft drink. Maybe because 7-Up has no artificial flavor and no artificial color. Never had it, never will. And no caffeine. Never had it, never will. Whatever it is that makes 7-Up so refreshingly different, the other soft drinks never had it. Ha ha ha. Never will.
It's freebie the fish.
Follow me.
What? Freebie gives you a delicious piece of fish for free.
Follow that freebie.
Freebie's not stopping there. We're there. Whoa! Long John Silver's. There's freebie.
Order any of 8 adult dinners that don't have fish, like our gorgeous shrimp dinner or chicken planks dinner, and we give you free our golden crispy fish fillet. So come on, try our fish for free.
Follow me to Long John Silver's.
This opening round of the Minnesota State High School Boys Basketball Tournament is made possible in part by Watkins Incorporated, giving you quality products since 1868. Zack's on the Tracks, Winona's historic freight house restaurant on the river. And The Courier, official Catholic newspaper of the Diocese of Winona.
Ready to play ball here in the second half, as Cotter leads at 28-22, and checking the foul situation. Of course, Coors with 3 for the Panthers, and let's see, also Potas has 3, while Tom Paskowitz, the only one even with 2 for the Cotter. Glowacki to jump with Coors. Glowacki at 6'5", Coors at 6'2", and Glowacki easily to Hiley with that high dribble of his. Down the baseline, reverse, no, and nice rebound by Barry Coors again. Nice move by Hiley, just threw up a brick way too hard.
You can bet that the Cotter Ramblers were told by John Nett to get the ball inside, get Coors into more foul trouble than he already is with 3 fouls.
Nice move in the lane by Bellig. And Bellig with his 4th point. Sanborn up to within 28-24. Panthers staying in that zone. Might have changed the design of the zone. We'll have to check on it as we go inside to Golkowski, and he's fouled from the side.
I believe that's Eric Arnold with the foul. Number 23.
The foul-plagued Sanborn Panthers. All of these, oh, nice inside pass. Beautiful move to Paskowitz from Galkowski. And for our Rambler fans, I'm sure you've often asked yourself, does Galkowski have a nervous bone in his body? He's about as calm and smooth a ball player as you'll see. Drastically improved from last year, I'd have to guess, in his general floor play. Really has cut down on his turnovers. Here's Paskowitz. And yes, you can really see that maybe that did Cotter some good, Randy. The Ramblers missing so many free throws against the Southland Rebels, because that put in some extra practice and they're really ready for this state tournament. Oh, I jinxed him. In and out, but a nice rebound by Galkowski. The ever-present outside force of the G-man combination.
And it looks like the Ramblers will get the ball back.
Hiley, nice quick feed inside. Again to Hiley, fakes 2 men out of their respective uniforms. Up the shot a little too hard. Big rebound, Coors, and quickly Arnold back to Coors. Lay it up and blow it. Partially blocked, I think, by Glowacki.
And it's a jump ball.
Then they tie it up. I think Glowacki got a finger on that attempt. At least he had some intimidation there, that's for sure.
Certainly did.
He'll jump with Potas. Potas 5'11", Jimmy Glowacki at 6'5", and he's all of that. But he tips it right to Coors. We'll bring it back out. Ramblers in that suffocating man-to-man. They're really sagging off these guards as if they don't think they could shoot much. And,
well, they didn't hit too much in the opening half from far outside.
Oh,
there was a beautiful shot.
That being Scott Potas from long range. He's got 4, and the Ramblers lead, nibbled down to 3. Here's Hiley wide open. They sag off of him. He's cold. Golkowski, he's been hot, but he misses that one, and here's Coors. Foul from behind, but no harm, no foul, says the ref. All the way and throwing up a pull. It's exit for crying out loud.
Nice drive by Nick Boyle. That's number 25, Nick Boyle. That puts the Ramblers up by just 1 point, 29-28. The Panthers have really come back at the opening of the third quarter here.
And what the Panthers have done, they've gone from a 2-1-2 zone to a 1-2-2. As Malley buries one from the right side, the little left-hander. And that's typical Cotter, too. That's the first shot he's taken in the ball game, and he buries it.
31-28, the Ramblers with a 3-point lead now. The Panthers with the
5:50
ball.
to go as they'll take what they can get. Air ball. As that time, a hand in his face, and Potas saw some fingernails heading his way and cast one to a Cotter man. Here's Malley working to Galkowski. Deep right corner, Hiley, inside Glowacki. Galkowski, and to Malley, hang in the air, yes.
2 for 2, just like that, 2 shots, and he's got 4 points.
They've been sagging off little Mike, and I think Matt rather, and I think he just, or Coach Nat might have said, go ahead, if they give you that shot, take it.
Go for it, sure.
33-28 Cotter, and about a 28-foot prayer. I don't think their coach liked that shot by Bellig. And Panthers throwing up some long-range stuff here while Cotter's on the ropes.
They certainly are. I think they're probably a little bit afraid of trying to bring the ball inside to Coors with his 3 fouls. They want to try and get back in the game by shooting outside. Fast break here.
And a nice pass. Oh, heartbreak for Sanborn as a shot in and out by Potas. And the rebound again by the ever-present tower of strength, Jim Glowacki.
Well, they had 2 attempts there, and the ball just would not go on either attempt. A bad break for the Panthers.
Sanborn overplaying a 1-2-2 zone at the moment. As they go inside, nice move by Galkowski. Beautiful passing by the Ramblers.
And just like that, the Ramblers are up 35-28 again by 7 points. The Panthers brought it to within 1, but just like that, the Ramblers have exploded.
Cotter taking what they can get. Panthers sagging on their big men. Pass nicely, shot up and in by Boyle. And again, Boyle has hit 2 shots from an impossible angle. You swore he was going to hit the side of the backboard. Panthers staying in contention at 35-30. 3:55 to go here in the third period. Here's Malley. He's really caught fire here in the second half. That one's short and Coors the rebound. Panthers down by 5, 3:45 to go. Third stanza. Winner plays St. Anthony tomorrow at 1:05 right here at the Civic Center. Nice lob pass. Coors beautifully unselfish, but a block by Hiley. Coors has the rebound good.
35-32. The Ramblers on top by 3. And I'm not sure who the number is that player sitting in front of the referee's desk.
That's Galkowski burying one for Cotter. He's got 10. Ramblers lead 37-32. High post Coors. He wants to go against Glowacki, but Glowacki's sagging off him, so they give it back outside, and they get a bounce. And that was Eric Arnold putting one home. And we're trading buckets here in the third stanza. 37-34 Cotter. High post Paskowitz. This is Malley to Galkowski underneath Glowacki.
And they're giving the ball back to the Ramblers.
It was Mike Berg that really kept the Panthers in some semblance of contention in the first half when he came off the pines to take a little of the load when Coors got in foul trouble. Here's Malley, the left-hander. High post now to Glowacki, double team. They steal the ball away. Here comes Boyle, and he'll dribble around and set it up. Nice patience there. He didn't have a break, so he set it up. Then the pass down to Glowacki. And Galkowski, he throws it away, and we got a foul. Foul on Glowacki. And let's see, on Jimmy Glowacki, that's his third, I believe. Yeah, third foul on Glowacki, but just the first team foul on Cotter. As so often happens, almost inevitably, you head down the stretch of a tournament game, it ends up a battle of free throws. And so right now, Cotter with just 1 foul, Panthers with 2. Here's Coors, and he backs right into Glowacki, but they call a foul on Glowacki. Glowacki says, hey, ref, I never moved. And that's 4 on Glowacki. They got to get him out of there, I would think. Oh, now they say it was only his third.
Third foul. Well, he's got
so the Ramblers get some manna from heaven there from the scorekeeper.
A long shot.
Free throw. The shot good. Arnold hitting, and Arnold, Panthers getting a free bucket there of sorts.
Panthers close the gap to within 1, 37-36, with 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter here.
37-36, Cotter, high post Paskowitz, and wide open is Galkowski. Shot no good, and he's had a couple go in and out here in the quarter.
That is a foul on Barry Coors. That is his 4th foul in the game.
We can write that down in our book, Randy, that we both had Glowacki with 3 before that last foul, didn't we?
Yeah, yeah.
So the Ramblers, if there might be a crucial place in the game where something happened a little out of order, the official scorer missed one of the fouls, or the ref gave it to somebody else. I'm not sure which.
Yeah.
And now here's Coors with 4. He's got to sit. Okay, here's High Lee. Cotter by 1. High Lee outside, bouncing nicely to Malley. Back to High Lee. Panthers in a 1-2-2. High Lee, 12-foot banker. He's been shooting hard all night. And they shot no good. Long rebound and stolen away. Here comes Boyle. He'll try to go all the way and give, and a shot no good. Heartbreak.
And the foul on number 33. The foul on Scott Potas. That's his 4th foul also.
Randy, I was watching little number 23 there, Arnold, that missed the layup. And if he would have known how to shoot it with the left hand, it would have been an easy layup.
It certainly would have. Certainly would have. That's the foul on Potas. That's his 4th foul. So now 2 Panthers in big foul trouble here.
The soup. Yeah, the soup, as they say. 1:23 to go, 3rd period. Cotter by 1. Almost threw it away. Here's Malley. He's been hot this second half. Panthers with that little subtle change in zones from a 2-1-2 to a 1-2-2 have really bothered the Ramblers. Here's Glowacki. Puts it up. No! And a big rebound by who?
Didn't catch it.
Didn't catch it, but anyway, here come the Panthers. They'll set it up with 58 seconds. Time to go, 3rd period. Outside and holding out there is Bellig. And he'll give now to Boyle. Inside, up there, boom, by Potas. And the Panthers, would you believe, go in front, 38-37. That bomb dropped in there with about 41 seconds to go. Cotter down by 1. As Golkowski, 17-footer, boom. Oh.
And the teams exchange leads, 39-38.
He's been basically the whole Rambler show from the outside.
He certainly has been. I think
so
he's hit all of them.
Panthers have really packed their zone in here in the second half. And Golkowski, a lifesaver there as Cotter goes back in front, 39-38.
Today's attendance at the Class A is 6,477.
And open at the baseline, 17-footer. Boom! Here's Mike Berg, the reserve. Panthers back in front, 40-39. And we've got a dogfight. Hey, don't go rounding it off. Heading down the stretch, Cotter and Sanborn. Sanborn 40, Cotter 39. This is a Channel 10 Sports Special.
Cast your net at Raymer's Seafood Market, where your bountiful catch could include lobster, Alaskan king crab, orange roughy, shrimp, or any of their wide variety of shellfish, smoked fish, and fish fillets. There's a special every week during Lent. Raymer's Fish Market, the fish people, specialize in fish and offer you the largest variety of fresh and frozen seafood in the area. Bring home your catch from Raymer's Seafood Market, 1303 North Broadway in Rochester and 210 West 2nd Street in Winona.
All right, all you car and truck lovers, right now it's time to do some horse trading. Yep, it's horse trading days at Toyota. Wow. Come on, follow me.
Come on, let's go.
They're talking deals that'll make your hearts beat like a bongo. Look, wherever you see this sign, Toyota dealers have got to move over 20,000 trucks. It's Toyota's greatest truck model selection ever. So start horse trading pronto, because time's running out.
This opening round of the Minnesota State High School Boys Basketball Tournament is made possible in part by Watkins Incorporated, giving you quality products since 1868. Zack's on the Tracks, Winona's historic freight house restaurant on the river. And the Courier, official Catholic newspaper of the Diocese of Winona.
Fourth quarter here with the Cotter Ramblers down by 1 point, 40-39. Losing by 1 point to the Sanborn Panthers. Cotter with the ball.
Here's Malley just off to the right, tip, no good. Rebound, Glowacki, too far underneath. Rebound again, he's clobbered.
Looks like number 43, Mike Berg, the foul on that one.
Keep in mind, on the pines for the Sandburg Panthers is their gun, Barry Kors, and Glowacki to the line. So important is Jim Glowacki, they didn't bother to take him out when he got his 4th foul. He buries the free throw and knotted at 40 apiece. 7:47 to go in the final stanza. Cotter to collide with, Cotter or Sanborn to collide with St. Anthony tomorrow, 1:05 game time. As free throw again by Glowacki. Ramblers with a pronounced letdown twice in this ball game. And that's been something that's plagued them all year. Get a lead and then kind of go to sleep. Inside pass, nice move, and almost blocked, but then it goes in. Nice move by Bellig. Glowacki was right in his face. I thought he was going to block it.
The teams are trading leads here. 42-41, Sanborn on top by a single point.
Here's Malley losing the ball. Lame. Ball back to the Sanborn Panthers.
And look at John Nett. He's just sitting back. He knows that the guys have got to start going here. Cotter with the turnover. They bring the ball back up court.
Paskowitz forced that turnover, batting it to Golkowski. Backdoor now nicely, and throwing up a prayer. It isn't answered, but drawing a foul is Golkowski. Or is that Malley? It's Malley. Sometimes from this distance up here where Angels fear to tread, a little hard to see between a 30 and a 20. But it is Jim Golkowski to the line.
Foul on number 23, Eric Arnold. It's his second foul.
Eric Arnold, okay. And free throw up there is no good.
No good. No good.
Yeah. And
well, he's got a chance to tie it here. And he does. 42-42.
So, or rather, Malley hitting that free throw, and Matt Malley with 5 points here in the second half. We're on it at 42 apiece. And the Panthers will be content to work it around, and now they lob low. Starting his move is Podas, no good. Big rebound by Golkowski. 42 all, 6:34 to go in the ball game. This is Malley. Cotter had a 12-point lead in the first half, and the Panthers' best ball player on the Pines, but let down. Now a pass is thrown away, but saved and then tipped out of bounds.
Ball off the foot of Mike Berg, number 43 for the Panthers. That gives the Ramblers the ball once again. 42-42 with 6:24 to go at the St. Paul Civic Center.
Big Sanborn delegation giving a big hand to their sixth man, Mike Berg, who has done very well coming off the bench. Here's Malley lobbing into Glowacki. Back to Malley, left side, High Lee. They got to get that ball moving again. High Lee in heavy traffic. Throws it away, but it's saved and then tipped out of bounds off the head of the ever-hustling Nick Boyle. 42 all, our score, 6:10 to go in the ball game. Cotter Ramblers and the Sanborn Panthers. Cotter in the gray and Sanborn in the blue. Here's High Lee. Looking for Glowacki. Starts his move, can't go. Stops. 12-footer, rolls, no good. Foul from behind by Paskowitz. So they'll take, let's see, Cotter with just 2 team fouls. And
Paskowitz's third foul in the game.
And Sanborn, meanwhile, is in the penalty situation. So
that could hurt them.
Fouls could be all over.
That could hurt them, yeah.
We've written Sanborn off twice already, and the little fellas have really
You can't do that. You can't do that. No.
Here's Potas working into the lane. We've got a foul, and it's on Glowacki. Bye-bye. Oh, that's 4 on Glowacki. Okay.
That's 4 on him.
But that'll mean he's got to play it more loosely or timidly or whatever you want to call it.
So now both big men, both Barry Kors and Jim Glowacki with 4 fouls in the game.
5:47 to go in the ball game. Panthers. And a 28-footer. No, big rebound, Glowacki, as a poor choice of shots there by Eric Arnold. Speaking of shot, if he took a shot like that for John Nett, he would have got shot.
He certainly would have.
Okay, here's Malley inside to Paskowitz. One bounce dribble, that's where he blew it, and then the rebound, no good. And they're going to call a foul on Glowacki.
And now he is out, and John Nett is upset. He didn't like that. And he's telling his boys to regroup and get to work here. 42-42 with 5.5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. This is it. The Ramblers bringing in number 52. That's Mark Drussel, a 6'3" junior, in for Jim Glowacki.
Coach Knapp fit to be tied, and I know what he's saying here, Randy. He's saying, hey, you let him play ball the first half, all at once here in the second half, when the pressure gets on, you call it every little biting of the dust, you know?
Yeah, certainly.
So John not happy with the inconsistency of the officiating. It's a free throw, it's a break too hard, and they tie up the rebound.
And Drussel just comes into the game, and he will be jumping.
It will be Jeff Glowacki. For Cotter, they list him at 6 feet, but he's sure a lot bigger than that, I think. That's got to be a misprint. We'll say 6'1.5" for a wild guess. And he controls the tip nicely. Here's Cotter. We're knotted at 42 apiece. Cotter without their inside gun. Jim Glowacki. 5:15 to go in the ball game. And traveling is Malley. Coach Ned is, shall we put it mildly, not exactly amorous of what's going on the floor right now.
Certainly
He's seen
not
his
welcome
club
to
blow
it.
a 12-point lead in the first half, then a comfortable 8-point margin in the second half and let down again. 5:05 to go as they dribble her down. Cotter staying in a man-to-man, and starting his move is Arnold. Arnold has been guilty of some rather lame shots from the deep Netherlands, but he bangs this one away, in and out, no good. And rebound, Jeff Glowacki almost traveled, just got it away, and they'll bring it up court.
I did say that Mark Drussel was in the game. I was wrong. That is Jeff Glowacki.
42 all, 4:40 to go in the ball game. High lead to Jeff Glowacki. Jim Glowacki fouled out here in the final period at the 5:30 mark. High post Paskowitz. Got a man open. That's Golkowski, 18-footer, no. And almost kind of had to force it a little bit. Rebound course. Here comes Sanborn. The underdog, the tournament darling. 84 students in their school.
We're getting down to the nitty-gritty with 4 minutes left to go.
Here's High Lee batting the ball away. We've got a foul called on Sanborn.
That's Scott Potas, and he is out of the game with 5 fouls.
So both clubs have sent one man to the sin bin with their 5th foul. And 4:10 mark, Potas departs.
And Mike Berg comes back into the ball game, number 43 for the Panthers, replacing Potas. 42-42 with 4:10. And High Lee is up at the line for the shot.
Potas has been brilliant in a reserve, or rather Berg has been brilliant in a reserve role in this ball game.
Been playing very well for the Panthers.
High Lee with only a point to show thus far. And a brick. Battle for the rebound, and they're going to tie it up. Players will get that type of a thing, Randy. High Lee has been shooting too hard all night long. His bank shots and his free throws and everything.
A little bit anxious, maybe.
Although a little keyed up, perhaps. Normally as cool as a cucumber. We'll watch. As Malley gets the tip, Jeff Glowacki, rather, gets the tip. Out to Golkowski at the 4-minute mark. We're still knotted at 42 apiece. There's a lid on the basket. Both clubs ice cold. Golkowski, 18-footer.
And there we go. 44-42. The Ramblers up by 2 with 3:48 left to go in the game.
Jimmy Golkowski, a lifesaver. 44-42 our score. 3:45 time remaining. Here in the final period. Hey, don't go on and off. We've got a nail biter and not too many nails left. This is a Channel 10 Sports Special.
Angel, high school honor student by day, child of the streets by night. Her two worlds are about to collide. Angel, her choice, her chance, her life. Rated R.
Starts Friday. Check local newspaper for listings. This opening round of the Minnesota State High School Boys Basketball Tournament is made possible in part by Watkins Incorporated, giving you quality products since 1868. Zach's on the Tracks, Winona's historic freight house restaurant on the river. And The Courier, official Catholic newspaper of the Diocese of Winona.
And most coaches, Randy, are very leery. The worst case is to start a stall too soon.
Yeah. I'd love to be in that huddle right now, finding out what Ned is saying to his Ramblers.
Well, I think what he's looking for is for Sanborn to panic and start coming out of their zone, out of their shell, so to speak, and come out and try to steal the ball, and then work it in for some backdoor layups, perhaps.
Yeah. Well, the Ramblers have their big man, Jim Glowacki, out of the game with 5 fouls, so his brother Jeff is in the game, hasn't played a whole lot during this game.
You make a very good point, though. The Ramblers, in essence, don't really have anybody to work it into as far as what they're used to, their tower of strength, Glowacki. So they're going to have to play more of a perimeter game, you know.
Look for the opening and then get it inside if they have it. The Panthers will be on defense here. The Ramblers with the ball, and it looks like High Lee will be inbounding the ball. With 3:25 left in the game, the Ramblers up by 2 points, 44-42.
Ramblers setting up their high-low offense with down low Jeff Golkowski. Now both Kolka and Paskowitz up to the high post. And the Ramblers, Golkowski holds up the fist, and they'll try to run their zone offense, as it were. Let's see. The Panthers going to go to a man-to-man. Well, they're coming out of their zone. They're extending it out. Ramblers controlling the ball, leading by 2 with 3 minutes exactly to go in the ball game.
Really working the ball around pretty well.
This is
trying to get an opening.
44-42 Cotter. Jim Glowacki is out of the game. He fouled out with about 5.5 minutes to go. And the Ramblers could have been called for traveling, perhaps, there. Hiley narrowly averted hoofing it. And here's Malley, way out by the center jump circle. Clock ticking away. 2:35 to go. Ramblers in the deep freeze. Trying to let the air out of the ball and salt this one away. But these pesky Panthers haven't given up. Here's Malley with it. Ramblers are looking for a layup or a 1-and-1 free throw, or they're just not going to shoot at all. They're just going to hang on to it.
And they're content. They're content with the 2-point lead. Although the Panthers have the steal.
And wait a minute, he was out of bounds.
Oh, a big break for the Ramblers. A very big break for the Ramblers with 2:13 left in the clock. The Panthers had a 2-on-1 on that break. They could have had an easy 2 points.
Both coaches up off the pines. Coach Nett scolding Hiley for the turnover. The other coach arguing with the call that his ball player was out of bounds. That being Coach Len Keck. Holding outside is Malley. 2 minutes exactly to go in the ball game. Cotter's Ramblers having to fight their hearts out now after a huge lead earlier. They've blown it. And Hiley is going to be fouled.
That's number 23, Eric Arnold, with his third foul on the afternoon.
44-42 Cotter. Hiley at the stripe is hitting .333, which isn't bad in baseball. It's great, but it's lousy in basketball.
Well, unfortunately, this is the different sport, the winter sport here. Hiley at the line.
6-foot junior, 5.1 scoring average. 1:53 to go in the ball game. Fires away, no, too hard. And a rebound, almost a foul there on Cotter. And here comes Sanborn with 1:45 to go. Free throw there would have been nice. Foul from behind, called on Jeff Glowacki. Coors to the line.
Coors working with 4 fouls right now. Only a minute 44 left on the clock. Cotter up by 2 points, and the Panthers hoping to narrow that gap right now.
Coors, powerfully built 6'2 junior. As Randy said, 2 for 2 at the stripe. Free throw, yes.
Beautiful shot. Coors leading the whole state basketball tournament with 20 points per game average.
44-43 Cotter. And Coors trying to knot it again. We have 1:44 to go in the ball game. Coors on the way short. Rebound, Hiley. And the Ramblers will bring it up. Ahead by 1. And believe me, Randy, I don't think they'll shoot at all unless they get a layup. Oh, almost traveled, did Malley. Hiley, 1:30 to go, and Hiley is fouled.
Hiley fouled once again, this time again by Eric Arnold. That's his 4th foul.
Yeah.
And they're going to push Hiley back to the line.
Excuse me, Randy. Obviously, what Sanborn is doing, they've noticed that Hiley is 1 for 4 now. They picked him out as the man to foul, evidently.
Yeah, certainly. He's a little bit cold shooting today.
He's ready. Fires away, no!
And misses once again, Coors with the rebound.
So here come the Panthers with a chance to move in front. 44-43 Cotter. Can you believe this? At first half, we'd written them off, Randy. We better take a hike. Our Swami crystal ball just got awful foggy for sure.
Well, the Ramblers had a big lead.
Team is Coors gone.
And that puts the Panthers up by a single point, 45-44 with 1:05 to go. The Panthers were down at one point by 12 points.
So,
and here we are.
Cotter with Glowacki fouled out with 5.5 to go. Coors pretty well has things his way in there. The Panthers moved it to him. He went despite a double team and rammed it in. 45-44, favor of the Cotter for the Sanborn Panthers. But now Paskowitz bangs one up and in from the baseline.
46-45.
Cotter back in front. 46-45.
34 seconds left to go in the game.
Down to the wire. Hold on to your hats.
The winner,
Keep
of
your
course,
hand on your heart.
the winner, of course, will meet St. Anthony Village in the semifinals
pass is
tomorrow.
thrown away, picked off by Jeff Glowacki, who came off the pines to relieve his brother when his brother fouled out. And right now, that's the biggest steal of his life.
It certainly is.
And then the man fouled on the play.
With 19 points left, the Ramblers with a single-point lead, 46-45. And Glowacki will go to the line. That foul on Mike Bird.
19 seconds to go in the ball game. Cotter on top by 1. And Jim Golkowski, 14 points. He hasn't been to the stripe. Eyes and fires. He spins in and out.
In and out.
Paskowitz, no good. Cotter is certainly, and they steal the ball.
Cotter gets the ball.
Here's Mallory.
And there's a foul on number 41. That's Sam Bellick with 9 seconds on the clock. The Ramblers will once again go to the line.
So Cotter, when in doubt, their lifesaver always is defense. And they've had two key steals, two-shot foul. They call it an intentional foul. And Jimmy Golkowski back to the stripe. He blew one just a minute ago, but then comes up with a steal. And now we've got a timeout on the floor. 9 seconds to go. Time for everybody to recharge their burners. As we tell you, it's 46-45 Cotter. Golkowski with a two-shot free throw down on the hardwood. Here's Golkowski with 9 seconds left. 46-45 Cotter. Free throw. Swish! Now, if he hits this one, it should be over.
That was a pretty shot.
Oh.
That certainly was a pretty shot.
Look at Coach Nett up off the Pines. What's he yelling at? Oh, he's yelling at one of his ball players to get back. Get back. Free throw rolls no good.
No good.
They've got a chance to tie. They've got a chance. 7, 6, 5. And a long court pass. I know he's open. 18-footer. No.
No good. That's the game.
Rebound to Murray. Cotter wins it. 47-45.
Oh.
By all of the margin of their entire skin of their collective teeth.
A hard stopper here at the St. Paul Civic Center. 47-45. The Ramblers get the rebound on that shot. And they win by 2 points. So the Ramblers will go on to meet St. Anthony Village tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And we'll be back with the wrap-up of the game as the team players shake each other's hands. We'll be back with a wrap-up in just a moment. This is a Television 10 Sports Special.
Face the Music's new store is now open in the Winona Mall, Winona. Now there's 2 locations where you can check out one of the largest selections of records and tapes in the tri-state area. Not only do they carry full selections of rock, classical, jazz, and country, they also carry the latest in rock and roll fashion wear. From sunglasses and ties to hats, buttons, original concert t-shirts, jerseys, and much, much more. See for yourself the savings you'll find at the all-new Face the Music's, Crossroads Shopping Center, Rochester, and the Winona Mall, Winona.
You know, in the last 52 years, my family's worked to build a reputation of service and trust, and we've gained a good many friends and customers along the way. In that time, many of you have done business with us, and the growth of those relationships has been substantial. Today, I want you to know that I'm committed to serve you with the full package of total personalized service, absolute trust, and low pricing. Now, if that's for you, I think you'll like doing business with us. Walls Buick Olds GMC, Winona.
This opening round of the Minnesota State High School Boys Basketball Tournament is made possible in part by Watkins Incorporated, giving you quality products since 1868. Zach's on the Tracks, Winona's historic freight house restaurant on the river. And The Courier, official Catholic newspaper of the Diocese of Winona.
Back now with a wrap-up of the Winona Cotter and Sanborn game. Cotter winning 47-45. Sanborn losing on a last-second shot. They could have put the game into overtime. Jim Sibley here, along with Coach John Nett of the Cotter Ramblers. And Jim, you've got some stats on the game.
Yeah, Randy, actually the stat that we talked about before the game, the battle of the 2 big kids, the centers, Jim Glowacki and the kid for the Sandburg Panthers, Barry Kors, and we talked about the possibility of them getting in foul trouble, and the fact that I think Coach Nett, this really hurt both those kids.
Yeah, I did. I guess you could have to say maybe it hurt them more than it did us, because the Kors did have 3 fouls in the first half, and he sat out quite a bit in the ball game from then on.
And of course, leading the tournament with 20 points. He didn't have that many. How many points did he end up with?
Kors ended up with 15, about a point a minute, it seemed, for what he played.
Yeah, right. Well, he had 6 or 8 from the field, I think it was, and you know, he's an aggressive ball player, and he goes to the basket, and he wants to score, and you like that kind of a kid.
Your G-man combination again coming through for you. Mr. Outside, Golkowski, Mr. Inside, Glowacki, and we thought Jim Golkowski down the stretch along with Jeff Golkowski were lifesavers.
Yeah, Jeff Glowacki did come in and get us a couple of good rebounds, a couple steals, you know, very important ones, and we've been playing him a little bit more as we got into tournament time because of his size, so we can get the boards, and of course Jim Golkowski has not, to my estimation, reached his potential yet as a scorer. He's got a lot of things he's got to learn to do in that, but he's a real good shooter, and unfortunately oftentimes we don't look to him the way we should. But He has, he's been consistent for us all year long, and that jumper from about 15 feet around the ring.
Now, of course, you've got another game tomorrow right away, St. Anthony Village. They were a winner over Warren, 51-39. They were pretty close with Warren at the halftime. I believe Warren was leading by a point, and St. Anthony Village kind of took it to him in the second half. Any word on what you're going to do with St. Anthony Village?
Well, I guess we'll show up. But no, we haven't sat down. We watched them play, and that's the first opportunity we had. And we'll sit down. We'll look over, you know, what they did and what they didn't do, and see what we can do and what we can't do. And I guess at this point in time, without looking too much at it, we're going to have some problems trying to match up with them probably. But that's been kind of the story of us all season long. You know, we're not overly big, and I think our sizes are a little inflated, particularly at the guards. So, you know, and it's just a matter, I guess, of hustling better and working harder and shooting better and playing better defense.
The pattern of the going get tough when the tough get going, you seem to play better against good teams.
Well, you know, that's right. We've accused these kids a lot this year of playing down to the competition. If we play in poor teams, they've played poorly. And when you play the tough teams, you've got to play good. And as I mentioned earlier, we like to play the tough teams for that purpose.
Okay. Well, you've got a big game tomorrow afternoon in the semifinals against St. Anthony Village, and KTTC will be carrying that game again live. Game time starts at 1 o'clock. Any other comments by either of you?
Well, Coach, I just have to say here that I thought your hallmark, again, always the lifesaver, the solid part of your club, always defense down the stretch, those key steals at the end.
Right. In my mind, and this will always be, the championships are won with defense, and the good defensive ball clubs are the ones that are in the championships.
Okay, very good. Well, this is Randy Winter along with Jim Sibley and Coach John Nett of the Winona Cotter Ramblers, and we'll have that coverage again of the St. Anthony Village Winona Cotter game tomorrow at 1 o'clock, and this is a Television 10 sports special. Thanks for watching.
This has been a KTTC Sports Special. The 71st Annual Minnesota State High School Boys Basketball Tournament. KTTC's delayed telecast of this game has been presented with the permission of the Minnesota State High School League. KTTC's coverage of the opening round game in Class A between Winona Cotter and Sanborn was brought to you with the participating sponsorship of Zach's on the Tracks Restaurant, Watkins Incorporated, and the Diocese of Winona. KTTC's live coverage of the 1984 Boys State Basketball Tournament continues tomorrow. We'll be on hand for the live coverage of the 1 p.m. Class A semifinal game between Winona Cotter and St. Anthony. And then again at 9 o'clock tomorrow night for the Class AA semifinal game between White Bear Lake and St. Paul Central.
Call us.